So today is chicken soup day. We've got 4 legs with thighs attached. The old crock pot. That's 1.5 kilos of chicken. And I think I'm going to put more water in there because I like it really brothy. And that's where the power is. So we got that on a little above medium. So we're going to let that cook for a while. And in the meantime, we got carrots and celery on the chopping block. And then we've got these egg noodles that'll go in with the veg. So we'll get right back to you. And now we got our celery chopped up, and we scrap the heads and tails and stick them in the composting bin and put our good stuff into the veg bucket. Carrots, you are next. So Mr. Carrots are chopped up and got them in the bowl with the celery. That's all I'm going to use is celery and carrots, and of course chicken and noodles. 4 ingredients, that's it. So this is a 2-liter bowl. It's almost full. But 1.5 liters, I guess, of veg with 1.5 kilos of chicken. Now, I've never measured any of this before. I just kind of go by feel, and it's kind of hit or miss. Sometimes it's a little too much of one or the other, but this time I'm going to measure it just to give you an idea, and we'll see what the outcome is. So Mr. Chicken is still boiling away here. It's been 10 minutes, but it's going to take 45 minutes because it's frozen. It's okay to boil it frozen. So next. So it looks like our chicken is ready or close to it. So we're going to take this out and put it on our plate to cool. 4 of these suckers. And then we're going to take our veggies, celery and carrots. I mean, you can add onions if you want, whatever you want. Peas. Where's the frozen peas? Hang on a second here. There we go, frozen peas. Yeah, so we'll throw some of those in too, as well as our egg noodles. And while that's cooking, we're going to strip this meat off the bone and chuck it in too. I'm going to, this is straight out of the pot. I'm going to cut the meat off it as much as I can. It cools faster this way. Bone there. Yes, it's very, very hot. Basically get the main chunks of meat off of it. Ooh, that's hot. And then we'll let it cool. Do that with all of them. And we'll get back to you in a couple of minutes. Here's all our meat stripped off the bone in bite-sized chunks. It cooled off enough. It only takes a few minutes for it to cool off. Get the knife on it and chop it up like you just saw, and then pretty much right away you can just grab it and with 2 hands get in there and strip the meat off, the rest of the meat off the bones. You'll see some of it's still quite undercooked, and that's fine as long as you use safe food handling practices, because it's going straight back in the pot anyways. It smells very celery-y in here, so we're just going to dump all that right in the soup pot. Yeah, that's full, man. They got a nice big bunch of soup there for the next couple of days. That's awesome, man. This is good shit. So there's our chicken soup. Gonna be ready in about half an hour. So I don't know, this whole process takes an hour, hour and a half. And I mean, there's days worth of food there, man. A lot of power. Some people will even take the bones and all this shit and stick it right in the pot to add even more nutrients and power to the brew, and then pick the bones out afterwards before it's served, of course. But I'm not going to bother with that. I don't think there's room. The pot's full. So here we go. We're going to put the lid back on. Our giant crock pot. It's going to cook for another half an hour or so. What time is it? 2:30. So about 3 o'clock we'll have magic chicken soup. Okay, here we are 20 minutes later. Looks like everything's cooked. It's very brothy. Oops, camera. Very brothy here. Seems to be not enough chicken and too much celery. I don't know. Let's see how it tastes.
That's because Lisa didn't make it.
Yeah, Lisa's the pro. So Lisa says put your noodles in last, so we're going to put a bunch of noodles in. Come on. There we go. Lisa says whoa, so we're going to whoa. Mix that in a little bit. How long does this take to cook, Lisa?
About 15 minutes.
15 minutes with the noodles in?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's often noodles. It's like spaghetti.
It's like spaghetti. Well, these are egg noodles, but yeah, same thing, I guess, to cook.
It's still new.
Alright, so we'll be back in 15 minutes. Okay, it's a momentous occasion. Da-da-da. LD is going to take the lid off. Oh, look at that. Ooh, look at that. World famous Billy's Magic Chicken Soup. Put a couple scoops in there. Oh, that looks good. Oh yeah, that's the shit right there.
If you make a lot, you can always put it in little containers and freeze it for later.
It ain't gonna last that long. Oh, that's enough. I want it to cool down
I know,
quickly.
we can use some broth, honey.
Broth. Oh yeah, broth.
Yeah, broth stuff.
Yeah, that's the power, man. I cannot emphasize enough how powerful and nutritious this soup is. If you use proper ingredients, this is the best healthy food in the world for you. Period. Get right back to you. All right, here's the final product of our afternoon's work. This is good shit. Yeah, you know what? I think the proportions are just about right. Lots of chicken in there and lots of veg, lots of broth. Oh, it's hot. Yep. That is about as good as it gets right there. Yeah, there we go. Billy Reed's world famous Magic Chicken Soup. Okay, our soup was done. I ate that little bit that I spooned out there. It was really good, man. We added no salt or pepper or any spices or anything at all to it. It was simply 5 things: water, chicken, carrots, peas, and celery, and noodles. I guess 6 ingredients. Nothing else. And also, the taste of the food has nothing to do with its nutritional value. So don't be worried about putting salt in there or peppers or spices or any other bullshit. It's unnecessary and it's unhealthy. Salt is not healthy for you. Sugar is we're researching sugar now. It's extremely addictive and very, very harmful to you. Any type of sugar. But that's another video for another day. Anyways, that soup was great. So that's your lesson, how to make world famous Billy's Magic Chicken Soup.